Hey, so I'm doing a screen share recording from the part of the office meeting on Tuesday, the one Tuesday, March 7th, 2018, because we had a few people missing and I thought it was really, really important to go over these statistics. I sent them out by email, so if you haven't seen them, let me know, but you should have gotten an email with these charts. But I think they're worth going over and explaining. So I did a little research on what the local market is doing because I've heard so many agents saying the market's not good this year, the market's slow this year, there isn't anything to buy. Just lots and lots of people, agents complaining about the market. And so I wanted to show you that, as I say in this next chart, that as far as I'm concerned, the best is yet to come. So I'm going to show you through the slides that I have here, and hopefully by the time we get done, you will agree with me that yes, indeed, the best is yet to come. So the first chart is for our particular office, and it's showing the number of closed sides. So as you can see right here in January 2016, we were a little over 10, and we were probably 13 or so in January of 2017 and 2018. So no difference there. We're pretty much on par with where we've been the last 3 years. Unfortunately, the stats aren't out for February yet, but probably be pretty close to where we've been in February for the last 2 years. But what I want you to take a look at is look at how things start to really ramp up as we go into March and then April and May and June. All 4 of those months tend to be bigger closing months than do January and February. January and February tend to be those months where things are coming on the market, buyers are here, but they're looking around, they're playing golf and doing all those kind of things. So just because we haven't seen tons of people buying yet doesn't mean they're not going to, because they're not ready yet. So let's look at the next chart. Here's gross income for just our office. Again, last year we were ahead of the 2 previous years in gross commission income in January. February's numbers are not in, but as you can see, we're heading into some of the best 3 or 4 months that are still ahead. So now is really the time. January and February was just kind of getting the market ready. These are statistics just for Gold Canyon of the number of sales per month. So this orange one here is where we are. So we're pretty much on par with where 2016 was. I'd have to admit we're below the sales per month for all of Gold Canyon for where we were in 2017. But again, these numbers can change year to year. But what I want to point out is the fact that from right here, from where we are at the beginning of March, it's going to be an uphill climb for sales per month until we get somewhere into May, and then it will start dropping off. We'll still have some pretty good closings in June, even going into July. So again, my theme of the best is yet to come is still holding true, that the best months for closings are going to be March, April, May, and going into June, as is reflected here. This one shows the amount of listing activity. I don't think there's anything really new here. We are below what was happening in 2017 and 2016. No big surprise. I think we will continue to be lower than what these two were. But again, as I was pointing out in the office meeting, even though our inventory is low, we're not seeing multiple offers, and we're not seeing prices escalating quickly because there's not much on market. We are staying pretty steady there. So I think that's good for the market. Now let's look at how we as an office are doing compared to the other offices within Gold Canyon. So if you don't remember, Lori Blank's office is broken into 2. BLNK02 is all of her agents. BLNK1 is just her. So we are number 2 in the market. Maybe that's going to surprise some of you that think we're not number 2, that we're maybe number 3 or number 4. No, my friend, we are still very, very competitive with the market. So I thought it was important to point out to you where we were sitting as number 2, easily number 2 in the market, ahead of Robin, ahead of Jody, and some of the other offices that are creeping in out in our area. We are solidly number 2. Love to be number 1, but we are solidly number 2 at the moment. So I also took a look and said, let's take a look at two previous 12-month periods of these offices and see how they compare. So, excuse me, in the past 12 months, which was February 2017 till the basically 1st of February 2018, Lori Blank's agents did 138 transactions. That's up from 115 the prior 12 months from 2016 to 2017. So they were up 20% in units and up about 25% in gross commission income, which again, we are seeing these days that we don't have to sell as many properties to generate the same. I'm sorry, this isn't commissions. This is total dollar sales. They're up about 25% there. If you look at Lori's personal production, the previous 12 months she did 43. The 12 months before that she did 49. She was actually down 12% the last 12 months over her previous 12 months. So her personal production is going down, even though her total sales is up a little bit just because of prices going up. So again, their numbers are respectable. Lori's, to be frank, not as good. This is Robin Rotella. So the past 12 months, she had 106 transactions versus 81 the prior 12 months. So she was up 30%, pretty respectable. 43% in the dollar volume. So again, nothing to take away from Robin. She was doing okay. Jody, we'll take a look at her. Not quite as good. Only up 12% in her total units from this last 12 months compared to the previous 12 months, and up about 8 or 9% in her total dollar volume. But here's one that I really want you to concentrate on. Here's ours. So from the previous 12 months, last 12 months to the 12 months before that, we are actually up almost 52%, much higher than any of the other offices. So we are on a tear as far as our market activity goes. And for the dollar volume, up 60, almost 61%. So I think that's awesome. We are rocking it. So, you know, if you guys think, oh my gosh, everybody's doing better than we are, oh my gosh, they're all making big sales, it's not true. We are doing it. We are growing. And if we can continue it at any kind of this pace, we will outpace them all. So yeah, just kind of highlighting those two numbers there. So, you know, I asked the question, what should you do now? Just to throw out a few quick little things that I think come off of this. We should be upping the number of open houses we are doing. Right now, March through May is when they're going to actually start buying. If you're going to do open houses, you need to be doing them now, at least a couple a month, if not 3 or 4. Contacting previous open house guests. Now may be the time that they're ready to jump in there and buy. Contact past buyer and seller prospects to see if now is their time. You know, they may have been waiting 2 or 3 years, and this could be the year that they're finally ready to do it. Contact homeowners of properties that maybe you're having struggles. You have a buyer, they want a certain type of house, you can't find it. Go knock on some doors with some people that have that model house and see if they'd be interested. We have seen sales come from that. It works. Touch base with your sphere of influence. Just let them know you're still alive, you know, and keep that rapport going with them. Now's a great time to do that. And lastly, just get out there and meet some people. Go to networking things. Just you know, get in front of people, find out what they're looking for, find out how you can help them. So I'm going to keep that just quick and brief. Hopefully that will help you better understand the charts that I sent out. Hopefully that will motivate you a little bit and help you understand what I was trying to say, that yes, the best is yet to come. So hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, give me a holler.